Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome to the Beefalo Show. Yes, we're starting at 9, and actually a few minutes late on that as well, but we're going to try running it from 9 p.m. EST until 10 p.m. Try running a 1-hour show instead of a 2-hour show. And what I want to do today is kind of pick up where I left off from yesterday. Yesterday we did the Queen's Tunnel and the Russian Consulate, both in challenging mode, both with kind of a primarily with the lazy build, but we did bring out the D3 FNC. We were having some technical difficulties, as in I was playing pretty crappy. And also, if you're wondering why I'm using the classic FAL, why not? There's so many different guns in the game, and yes, some are better than others, and also thanks to the way the stats are rolled and, you know, RNG and so forth. Just some things are better than the others, but you know what? It is still a game. There's still a lot of guns in there, and I'm gonna play around with them a little bit, even if they are not the best overall. Now, this is not exactly my normal build that I run. This is something I'm just kind of playing around with, and quickly run over what I'm wearing. And if you haven't noticed by now, I can't stand to have loose, blinking, other OCD issues that I have to deal with. Okay, FAL, we're not worried about the stats. You notice the secondary firepower, the LVOAC is at 401k on firepower, where this is only 230. But what we have on is a Barrett's Bulletproof Vest, and currently it's rolled towards firearms, exotic damage resilience, skill haste. Could care less about that, but firearms mods, they're not the greatest in the world. They're just stuff that I had laying around. But the overall gist of things is just over 8k firearms, 3200 stamina, and over 4k on electronics. I'd probably balance it more towards these two than here, but this is what I got, so this is what I'm running. And I'm running a 3-piece, as you see, the mask, gloves, and knee pads, Predator's Mark with a ninja bag, so I'm getting the 4-piece bonus to that, getting assault rifle damage and SMG damage. I cannot talk today. And of course the vest being the Barrett's, and the holster, as usual, I'm running a classified just because of the elevated stats, and they're not bad. 1384, 1388, 1398 out of a max of 1401. That's not bad overall. This is just what I had, and we're testing it out with the Deadeye because I don't have an extra Lone Star. I mean, I could run the final measure, but you see, it doesn't really change the stats a heck of a lot, but the roll's not as good, and I rolled haste on it for something else. But that would have given me exotic damage resilience. And I had another Deadeye, which, again, not the greatest roll, and it added health. And of course, the Ninja backpack. It is rolled for electronics, and I'm not going to re-roll it just for this. So, the one thing I really don't like about the classic FAL in the game, it is 3-shot burst. It does have its plus side. You see, it does pretty good. With the aid of some stability mods to it, it handles pretty well in slow fire. I don't know how well it would work if I'm just sitting there just rapid tapping, but for slow fire, sort of a pseudo light sniping, then it's not too bad. It was actually the first couple tests I run on it, and it's not something mainstream that anybody really uses. Which is kind of sad, and yes, it is not the most compact weapon on the market. As you can see, it's kind of a long weapon. But you know what, in real life, I had a lot of fun using those, and I've had a couple of them. One that I kept pretty much bone stock, and another one that I would kind of accessorize a little bit. I like this, with optics and more modern furniture. So we're just going to run around right now and just kind of weapons test. Nothing major, but we're going to be utilizing it with this build because it is a bit better for overall DPS. I did try this build running it in Last Stand, and it was fair. Of course, you know, I am not the greatest when it comes to PvP. You know, I just don't have the agility. I'm just getting too old. So, even still, I was able to get the job done. I do notice a little stutter with the tapping. You really can't get a rapid tap with this, because it seems like while it's in that burst, you just can't, well, I can't get a good sync on the trigger pull. So it's one of those things where that's about as quick as I can get it right now, and it's just not cooperating on rapid tapping. So if you wanted to use something for a light snipe, then this wouldn't be too bad overall. Now, if I were to use this on a mission, this particular weapon would have to be used on something more of a support role. It wouldn't be frontline. I would definitely want to go over to my LVOAC. And now I did, you know, what anybody have a heart attack here, but I did venture into the Dark Zone. Solo, just walking around, didn't do any PvP, but I did go into the Dark Zone with it because just globally the NPCs are kind of spread out over a good distance with very little, I mean very little issue. I was able to clear 3 checkpoints solo in a very short amount of time, and made one change, and I don't remember what I did change wise, but it came down from around 438 to 401 on the overall firepower. It came down considerably. Well, I guess it's also because I guess there's nothing on cooldown. I don't know what's going on with this build. Maybe I'm just not paying attention enough to it, but as it stands right now, it's 438, 201 while I have the weapon selected. But if I switch over to the other weapon, now it's showing that it's 401. So I guess it's because of the talents. Focus, deadly. Alright, so critical hit chance is increased by 5% when using this weapon. So I'm guessing that since I don't have it equipped, I'm losing out on that, and that's affecting what that reads. So yeah, so 438 on the firepower on it. So not that bad overall. I can live with it. Now, in the Last Stand, yeah, I'm not spectacular again with PvP, but I held my own pretty well, and I did manage to, in one of the battles, there was somebody that was hacking, and really just, it didn't matter how many times, you know, how many people were shooting this person. There was several people that were on the opposing team that there might have been 5 of us shooting at him at the same time, and nobody could bring this person down. I'm sorry, man. There's no amount of nomad or healing or this or that or anything else that could put up with 5 people focusing fire on him with turrets, grenades, gunfire, the whole works. It's just not possible. So it was pretty much a routed game. You couldn't really do anything. That one person was just dominating everybody, and it just was unplayable. And you know what? Go away. There was just no point. Didn't even bother to try the rest of the game. Just kind of hung back and just went after NPCs. There was just no point. The next round, it took a while to get another game because everybody quit, rage quit after that, and I don't blame them. But when I did finally get a game and there was nobody blatantly hacking, then I actually held my own pretty well. Yes, these are reds, but still, I mean, that's not bad for running down 3 in less than 2 seconds. Yeah, it's respectable. So yes, why am I ranting on about this build? It's not the greatest in the world, but it does pretty good for me. The whole point being, and I'm going to walk over here and get off the street so I can actually pay attention to what I'm talking about. The whole thing was, so I knew that this was a good build, or good enough build, to where I could run the streets and actually just melt things down pretty quickly. Now, if I'm planning on doing any kind of speed runs for the global event coming up for assault mode, yes, you're going to want to be up close and personal, but you're also going to want high DPS. The higher, the better. So, especially when you're running Falcon Lost, you just want to be able to shred stuff quickly, get it over with, so that you can focus in on the final point of running the explosives to blow up the APC, and you're going to have to do all 3 runs to get it to blow up. And if you've run Falcon Lost before, you know what I'm talking about. But also for General Assembly, when you're facing off against the helicopter at the end, a good assault rifle with large capacity, or now if you, and we're going to switch off from the FAL, if you look at the Urban MDR, which is interesting here, is showing the Urban MDR is 438k, and then whenever I select the LVOAC, then it's 438k. They're almost identical in the overall because of the way they're set up, the way the numbers are rolled, and so forth. But the actual per bullet damage of the Urban MDR is a lot higher. So if you're able to rapidly get off shots, you might be able to get the helicopter down a little bit faster than you could if you run the LVOAC. Again, entirely up to you. I'm thinking, you know, you can use the Urban MDR as a light sniper. You might have a better one rolled than what I've got. That was just the first one I got on this account. I've got one on my other account, but just don't have anything else numbers wise that matches up with that LVOAC. But again, I'm going to experiment with different weapons here. This is the normal lightweight M4 that I have been using with my I guess tech build. No, this one right here, it has lower enemy armor damage to it. You can see fierce, competent, meticulous. It just doesn't roll up numbers wise. They're all pretty much similar on setups. You know, using a sniper, it doesn't work as good because all my bonuses are towards assault rifle damage, but also towards submachine gun damage, and which, to make this interesting, let's go ahead and assign the assault rifle to number 1, and number 2, I'm going to go ahead and start experimenting with SMGs. And I'm going to start off with the Midas. Why? Because it's kind of pimpy, and because in 1.8 the balance changed to where the lower rate of fire, or in other words, the rate of fire is not going to affect the performance of the weapon overall. It's going to be rebalanced towards how the damage is laid out. But just looking now, as you see, I mean, it's not horrible. And those are body shots, and we're still able to work them down pretty quick. Again, these are just reds. Just randomly roaming the streets. So, if you look at the next mission on the list, it should be Grand Central Station. And you can only do normal or hard mode. So let's go ahead and select it in hard mode. And hop on over there. Now, here's where it comes in fun, is you can do the slow method and use the tactician build and the seekers and the turrets and so forth, and they're going to work quite well. But I'm going to use the LVOAC, and I'm going to come over here, and I am still going to use a turret. Why? Because every little bit of extra firepower will help. especially since I came to the backside of the line. Now you see I also have booster shot. Now these purples are going down pretty quickly. Now, warrior try. That was the 4th time it took for me to just quickly get off the damn cover. I like the fact that there is a cover system in the game, but it is kind of a pain in the ass at times. Come on, you frickin' coward. Alright, so a couple ways of doing this section right here. This section is really easy if you're going to go the seeker route. As you're rolling down through this way right here, you're going to run into resistance quite a bit, but the little thing you can do is come over here instead and use the rope in the elevator shaft. Now, you can work into the cover a little bit better ease, and I would recommend just coming up here, get the butthole down as quickly as possible, deploy your turret. Not too bad, could have been worse. While they're focusing on that turret, gives you a chance to actually aim. Now, hold tight because you're going to have 2 guys come up the stairs. And of course your turret didn't last. 1 and 2. Alright, purple, don't care. Now this section right here, again, you're not in combat. I would say if you have any doubts about your ability to shoot like I do, and you want to make this a little bit easier, I would say go ahead and switch off to your seeker build, and let's see if it'll let me change out. Loadout, tactician, and now with that tactician build, using a cover to cover, you can sometimes avoid triggering the spawns getting into this position right here. But you want to go ahead and get your seeker out and your turret out as quickly as possible and let them be working. So you don't have to worry about trying to figure out. You can't see them quite as good as it would be nice, because I mean you don't know who's in front, who's in behind. If you can't see your targets very well, you really can't get a good shot on them. You don't know if you're gonna get hit or not. Especially when you got a couple medics over there, they're just gonna be a pain in the butt. And just to do this section right here, it's just easier to run a seeker build. And you are dead. Okay. With that section done, and deploy your turret. And this is definitely where I would go back to my, where are you? Predator build. Now I still have the FAL as part of that build, just because that's what I was carrying, but we're gonna go ahead and switch out to LVOAC, hard mode, solo, should only be 1 guy. If you have more people on your team, you will have 2. As soon as you get to the end of this little stretch right here, you have 1 guy just past the server rocks. There he is. So if you were in a team, you'd have a second one, and he would be standing like right here. Now, this can be done relatively easily with the Seeker build. Just kind of hold yourself right back here on this corner by this door, and you can actually run up, place your turret, and then come back. I'm actually going to change my position just a little bit. I'm actually going to go on cover, just so I can place my turret. Put it on that rail here, and then put position here. It's going to let you see where they're coming from. They're going to go towards that turret, and they're going to get a little pissy and try to take it out. That turret's just going to, well, do some damage. Nowhere near as good as it is on the Tactician build. But as you see, they're coming towards me. You can actually also come back over here, so once they come in the room, you have more time to do that. Start about mid-chest and let the recoil push it up, and yeah, if you're not good at making the insta headshots, then that's what I would say, aim mid-chest. You'll get them down relatively quickly. See, if you're trying to hold a corner, they're gonna get some lucky shots on you. But that's why I say, make them come to you. Use what you got available. Let turret do some work. Take cover. The turret's actually gonna line up. You can see where they are. Pulsing them while it's doing its thing. They didn't like my turret. Isn't that odd? Alright, you guys gonna come here over here or what? Oh no, you're gonna come to me. Come on, quit being a coward. Where are you aiming at? And again, short bursts also is a good thing. If you're doing one solid burst, it's just gonna keep rising up. You're not gonna be able to stay on target. So if you run short taps, 1 to 2 seconds, then you're gonna be a whole lot more effective. You see this mission right here, so far, this is a relatively quick mission to accomplish. It's only hard mode, so it's not like it's challenging, where you've got tons of elites running around. You can actually accomplish that section a lot faster if you just get up there and get aggressive, especially with that build. Always want to come over here thinking there's something here, and there's really nothing there. You've got two options here. You can go the other direction and pop up, but this way right here, you know you're going to have one guy that's going to rush across. There he is. Go late. And you can actually move to the truck, slide over. Take your time. Going to that position over there isn't always the best. You can have better shots, but you're up. You can't use that grenade launcher if I can't have one. He had the M32 grenade launcher. Yeah, shoot. Oh no, did you lose your medic? I can see you. What I find interesting is if we deploy a med station and we die, our med station goes away. If they do it, as long as anything is left alive, they get to keep it. I'm actually going to move to this car. And go ahead and get the turret out. This one, I mean, having good DPS on this mission is nice. But for the end part, I'd also like to have magazine capacity. Because when it comes to the end, it can be a little tricky. Nice if you can sneak around me there. But even nicer if you came closer. Having some terrain collision and shot blocking going on here. Anytime you get a chance, reload, reload, reload. Always reload. Because of one of my turret up there. Probably could have got it from another spot, but not booster shot because, well, I can. I don't have great. I think my skill haste is around 30. Using the FAL again. If I can. Why not? Definitely won't be using it in the boss fight. Alright, so refuel, and I would say definitely come over here, and I like this spot here. It works. Even if you move up a little bit, move up to here, you can fall back to where I just was. Nice grenade launcher there, butt wipe. Come on, guys. Give us the damn grenade launcher. Any grenade launcher guy has to go. Oh, it's your sniper. This is why I say ammo capacity, ammo capacity, ammo capacity. Because what happened there, I died because of reloads. or to kill the boss. Guess what I gotta do? I gotta do it again. So, I'm gonna come over here and push up. Oh, that grenade launcher. Run right past me. I love it. I'm going to use a med kit and it stops you from running. I've already beat the boss, and I've already got the loot for killing the boss. So it doesn't matter if I have to kill him again. So what I'm going to do is, for the shits and grins, is not run out of ammo. Where the hell did it go? Right there. Seriously, did I give you any indication I was ready to start? Oh, enough of that fucking grenade launcher. Seriously? No, this doesn't do near as much damage. However, the longer I hold the trigger, the more it's going to do. Should I? You're shooting at me, I start shooting you. Not doing great damage, but gone. See, I won't get any loot, no matter how many times I kill him, and if the rest of them actually finish me off, it won't matter. Because I've already obtained the loot from killing him one time. Yay. Alright, so that's mission over on this one. Would like to come up with an assault rifle for this build that actually has a higher magazine capacity, or maybe even go with a little bit more damage. Any suggestions on what I can do to beef up damage? Feel free to let me know. Like I said, this number 1 slot, I'm just going to keep screwing around with different weapons just for the giggles of it, because why not? I'm thinking actually, for speed run wise, this one's not a bad way to go. It's not a heck of a lot to do. If you try running General Assembly, it's a relatively easy mission to accomplish. It can only go to hard mode. However, you do have the one thing to deal with of that end helicopter, which is not hard to do. Really and truly, it's not. But it takes a little time, because it'll get some lucky shots with the missiles, and then with the machine guns, and then, yeah, there's just a whole lot going on. I came in here just so I can primarily restock on first aid kits. MG5. Ooh, 4 sticky bomb damage. Well, if you're into you know, this purple money, and you like running sticky bombs, well, that's not bad. I've got a bunch of 3.5s, and I don't even use a sticky bomb, but I'm thinking that 4.0 is pretty nice. No, I'm not going in there. Oh, there's a civilian that needs my help. Go away. Get that bitch alone. Go away. Where do you think you're going? Oh, damn right. Dumbass. What do you want? Oh, go to hell. Yep, got a little careless on that one, but it doesn't matter. 2 patrols down in 10 seconds. Now, I think one of the things I'm going to focus on whenever 1.8 actually does hit I have another 2 patrols to deal with. Alrighty then. So yeah, once 1.8 actually gets onto the PTS, my primary thing is naturally I want to go check out the new area and check out the new dynamic spawns and how everything works on that side. I pretty much going to spend a lot of my time over there. This one's down in the middle of the street. Move, idiot. Just because it is a new zone, I know what global event assault is, and I know how it's going to be because I've done it already, and that was on the PTS for 1.7. So I know how that one's going. I know what to expect, so forth. But I am just so pumped up for seeing the new area. You know, that whole West Side Pier caches. Yeah, there's just so much new content that's going to be over there, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm thinking probably for just general work in the zones, this might actually not be a bad gear set to work with, or anything you're comfortable with that actually is going to generate, let's say, good. Ooh, it's a Banshee holster. I need that Banshee holster for getting that achievement. So let's run back to base. Go back to any, but I'm going to go back to this one just out of habit. As you're walking up and down the streets in West Side Pier section, what's going to happen is you're going to get dynamic spawns. And what that means is you can actually wander the streets right now and, or say if you're running a mission, specifically a mission, you know, well, you should know where the spawns are, where they're going to come from, how many is going to be in the patrol. You kind of know what to expect. When you get out on the streets, you're going to have patrols, but they're going to be in specific set locations. You're going to be able to, if you spend enough time walking one zone, you're going to know where they're going to come from. And honestly, it gets to be predictable. If you're trying to farm the the missions from the safe houses. They're not high value targets, but the little priority missions you can get from them. There's actually a achievement you can get from doing those, but you can kind of pick up and get an idea of where everything's going to come from, where all the spawns are. It's not going to happen with the new zone. They're going to be random spawns. You're not going to be able to, well, hopefully, not be able to predict 100% where they're coming from. So, the whole point of it is, as you're walking the streets, it's going to be a dynamic experience, and it's going to be different every time you stick your butt out there in the West Side Pier section. Yay. Banshee Shadow. And you know, I have never really taken the time to explore a Banshee setup, because DZ funds. You know, that might be okay. Damage, you know, out of cover. But this is geared towards rogues and Dark Zone, and I just don't do the Dark Zone. So let's go back to, no, not overwrite, that other build. And that gave us Banshee Shadow. And we can see what I have left. Alpha Bridge, Nomad, Sentries, Strikers, and, well, it's best to do set collector. So Alpha Bridge, Sentry, Strikers, and Nomad. So once I get those finished off, I can get my lovely patch that shows a slice of stinky cheddar. And if I spend about 3 weeks doing more underground stuff, I can actually get this achievement and get this interesting patch. Speaking of patches, I don't know if you can see very well the one that I'm wearing on my sleeve at this moment. Go in here, go to appearance, go to patches, and figurehead. It is the face from the Statue of Liberty. Cut off the head and the body dies. Currently, right now, you're not supposed to be able to get this at all. So that's kind of why I'm wearing it, because, yeah, I should be able to have it. And why do I say that? Is because Global Event Assault hasn't started yet. This is a bit of a kind of a glitched item here, and if you can actually go around right now, prior to 1.8, prior to the global event, prior to anything going on with that, and actually just find any LMB named bosses and kill them. Once you've gotten all 30 out of 30, then you can get that. And, well, is it cool? Okay, whatever. It's just another achievement, but right now it's one you shouldn't be able to get, so call it a glitch, call it whatever you want, but whatever, you know. And all of it's just a matter of fighting tooth and nail to get more of these damn things. These little cipher key fragments, so that you can turn 10 of them in to get a single cipher key. Yes, yes, we know that we already got that unlocked. You don't have to keep shoving it in my face. And so you can come over to Premium Vendor and get an encrypted cache to get those cosmetic thingies. Yeah, I don't have much in the way of these bucks, and I have none of those. So, but you can get an encrypted cache. You can buy one cipher key, one complete key for 200. I don't know what the hell that currency is called. Uplay bucks or whatever. Premium currency, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's 200 per. But if you buy them in bulk, you can get 40 of them for 4,000. Curiosity-wise, I'll look up, see how much it'll cost to get 4,000 premium credits, so you can get 40 cipher keys. Why would you want those cipher keys? Well, if you're a noob, nerd, goofball, whatever, and you like all the different cool cosmetics and looking awesome, like I do, that's how you get those. You get the collection pieces, like the Striker's Vanity set, where you can get the 5 pieces. And once you've gotten all 5 pieces, you then get a bonus of the Spacefarer shirt. Tactician's going to give you the pants, the Reclaimer's scarf, and the hat. Again, this kind of torques me off on this, but the hat is from Deadeye. I've already got Seeker, which was only 3 pieces. It's only 4 pieces of Deadeye, but that's the new hat. I really wish they had kept the old spacesuit. Would have been so much cooler. The old spacesuit was just that. It was an actual spacesuit. But you have the outfit sets, like Battalion. The Battalion set, this particular one is obtained from running legendary missions. So you got the jacket, I don't think fits with the rest of the stuff. The pants are kind of a pale urban camo. The scarf, I don't get either. It's just kind of a black and white thing. The shirt is orange to go along with those pants. I am not the best fashion consultant, but to me that just doesn't work. And then the shoes, well, they're just hiking style shoes. Centurion set, I don't have the full Centurion set. I don't know if there is a full Centurion set, but you can combine this with the baseball player outfit, I would assume, to finish off. So you have the hat, or you can wear the baseball helmet. You got the jacket, the baseball player shirt, pants, and shoes. Now the Covert Educator set, I've only got the pants of that one so far, but that's only obtained from level 20 plus in playing The Last Stand. Seem a little distracted is because my irritating neighbor's dogs are barking again. Yeah. I'm going to make one more phone call about that, but that's a whole different story. Okay, and I got the Army Special Ops set. Yeah, that's a premium you get from externally out of the game. The Riot stuff, I believe, was also part of Legendary Missions, if I'm not mistaken. The Firefighter set, that was actually one of the premium sets that you purchase online. The Freelancer pants was one of the ones you can get from the cipher keys and getting the cash there. Ghost Recon Wildlands, that was part of, well, I've already got Ghost Recon Wildlands, and that was, you could use some of your bonus points to get these. Deadeye and Reclaimer, I said those, and the Strikers, here's your Tacticians. Those again are from getting the cipher keys. The CBRN was actually a reward gear set after... No, I'm sorry, this was actually premium. The CBRN was. There was a freebie set that was given out pretty much about the same time as the masks, because of all that crap from the last global event. Hunter, I believe, was part of another premium set, and the idiot that's standing in front of me that caused my screen to change was wearing that ugly ass space set. LMB officer set, that is also from completing missions and legendaries. Desert Marine, that was also a premium. Snow Marine, I think that was part of the Frontline pack. EOD, I think, was also part of the Frontline. Now the EOD stuff, It's like you're a bomb disposal person. And not bad overall. I like the shirt. I use the shirt from time to time. And I kind of change my appearance sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, just for the sheer sake of it. And as you can see, just in scarves alone, yeah. The masks, I've got all 3 of the masks. And as you can see by the patches, and by unlocking a lot of the achievements, I've gotten quite a few of those. This is, if you're ever Army, this is like the little stupid rainbow patch. Thanks for coming patch. Yeah, it's just the standard one you get as part of the game. Emperor Agent, just got that one. That was for getting Phoenix credits. That one for regular credits. I can't remember what half of these are for, but I think that one was from skill kills. Modeling Agent, that's for, what was the, I can't even remember now. Dossier in general, I think it was. Deconstructive criticism for breaking down 3,000 items. Doorman, didn't even get a patch for. Dress to Impress, that's easy to get once you get a 256 gear score. To be an exploration. Little kitty cat for a helping hand for helping civilians. Collect 600 vanity items. 600 plus vanity items. And I don't have all of them. So if you're into collecting the vanity stuff, then yeah. I mean, looking at my collection of hats. Baseball helmet. And these are all the hats that I have. And I don't have them all. Pants. Yeah, good God, the shirts. And don't even get me started on the jackets. I don't wear jackets for most particular cases. There's very few times that I'll actually wear a jacket. And that's like for the tuxedo set, or if I'm going for a particular look, like the you know, the separate baseball jacket, or if I'm actually wanting to show off the whole battalion set, or the black suit, or tuxedo, or something like that. But you know, look at all the freaking jackets. If you can't pick out something to come up with some kind of look, even if you didn't buy any of the DLC, there's enough different things there you can actually come up with. I mean, now looking at the shoes, I got like 3 different pairs of shoes that all look alike. The plaid suit shoes, the tuxedo shoes, the broker ones. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them that actually look alike. Can't see right now because some asshole walked in front of me. Tactician, I don't know how that works with the tactician set, but it looks like something that should say McDonald's on it. So if you're into collecting the cosmetic stuff, then you're really going to want to focus in on doing the achievements so that you can get all those cipher key fragments to get cipher keys to get encrypted caches. Other than that, just open wallet, you know, and throw your money at it. You can go ahead and get 40 cipher keys at one time for 4,000 premium credits, and go ahead and just sit there and open them up. Or if you were a butthole and exploited whenever the bug happened, and you were able to get, you know, 10, 15, 20 caches for 1 key. Yeah. I didn't done that. I'm not one of those people. Alright, so let's move upon ourselves to getting ready to end this video, because I said I would only do an hour tonight. And honestly, again, if you guys would prefer that I cut this video down to 30 minutes, or if it just keep doing 15-minute videos, you know, 15 minutes is a bit more tolerable. Most people can sit through a 15-minute video, whereas it really takes some dedication to watch a video for 2 hours or a complete hour or what have you. So, hell, I can't think of anybody that wants to listen to me for 2 hours. So that's why I dropped down to an hour for tonight. If you've made it this far and you have any comments based on anything from the video, how much you can prepare to get ready for 1.8 and for Global Event Assault, any questions you got, feel free to let me know. And also comment on video length. Keep doing 15-minute videos. Run the Beefalo Show to 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever. Just let me know either way. But definitely leave me a comment one way or the other on the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably a thumbs up. But also subscribe. Have I ever mentioned I would like more subscribers? That would be awesome. But definitely give me a thumbs up. You know, that's quick, that's easy, that's free. It's also free to subscribe, but yeah. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.